Hello, I'm joined by three of the Future Flights experts, Rob Weaver, Richard Ellis and Richard Parker. Good morning, hello, how are you?
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Altitude, welcome to the show, and welcome to Geneva. Maybe we could start with some introductions. Rob, could you give us a hello?
Yeah, good to be with you, Russell. So my name is Rob Weaver. I'm the Urban Air Traffic Management Global Business Development Lead for Eve Air Mobility. So Eve Air Mobility is an Embraer-backed company dedicated to accelerating the advanced air mobility ecosystem. And we're building an eVTOL, an electric air taxi, as well as ATM systems to support the introduction and scale of advanced air mobility.
Thanks very much, Rob. I've got a bunch of questions, but I'll come back to you. Richard Parker, would you like to say hello?
Hello there, Russell. Thanks for having me along. My name is Richard Parker, and I'm the founder and chief executive of Altitude Angel. Altitude Angel is a company dedicated to advancing the world's transition towards autonomous aviation. We're really focused on making sure we can have scalable drone operations safely at scale right across the country here in the UK, but also right around the world.
Thanks very much, Richard. And Richard Ellis.
Good morning. My name's Richard Ellis. I'm the new Airspace Users Director for NATS. I joined NATS about 4 months ago with the responsibility of trying to bring together the future of integrated airspace for all users from space to ground and across the world.
Richard, I understand there might be some big news that you want to talk about.
Indeed, today's quite a big day in the next step of moving integrated new airspace users into NATS. We've previously announced at the Dubai Air Show our partnership with Eve, which will allow us to bring in the advanced air mobility capabilities into our future skies. But also today we're announcing our partnership with Altitude Angel, which will enable our UK airports in particular and allow us to look at the corridor technology and how we might be able to position and use that for the future. So really delighted to be able to bring Altitude Angel into the mix, and this is just another step on the journey to having the full integrated suite and capabilities that you see here.
Richard, sticking with you then for a moment, I understand there will be a demonstration of eVTOL flights, drones flying beyond the visual line of sight in the vicinity of a busy airport. How does all of that come together?
Well, it's a lot of hard work. We've been doing a number of projects which have been partly funded by Innovate UK with Future Flight to develop case studies and operational mechanisms where we can both check the capacity needed of future airspace as well as to look at the procedural side of how to make our traditional air traffic operations work with our new airspace users. And if you look at the screens behind us, there's a great example here where we have in the middle the digital tower from Sea Ridge with a traditional ATCO station integrated with Eve's urban air traffic management system for advanced air mobility on that side, and then on this side a beyond visual line of sight operation from Altitude Angel. So all of those are then integrated through the new concept of an airspace manager who can bring together the future digital air traffic control.
Fantastic. So Richard Parker, I understand that Altitude Angel are building the world's longest drone superhighway. What does that mean for the UK?
Brilliant, thank you for asking. So yes, we're building a 265 kilometre by about 10 kilometre wide corridor right through the heartland of the UK. And our ambition for that corridor is to make it a lot easier for folks who want to fly drones for good or for commercial purposes, everything from medical deliveries all the way through to maybe last mile deliveries, inspections, testing, public sector use, and maybe one day also eVTOL flights as well. But the goal really is to enable folks to offload a lot of that safe navigation element over to the system so that they get the same consistent result wherever they are and can really just focus on getting airborne and doing so safely.
Rob, one type of vehicle that will be operating into and out of airports straight away will be the eVTOL. Can you tell us a little bit more about Eve and the aspirations that you have?
So the Embraer Group have known for a long time that it's really important to consider ATM when thinking about launching eVTOLs and electric air taxis. Our sister company ATEC provide the full ATM system in Brazil, and obviously in Brazil you've got the world's largest air taxi market in Sao Paulo. So we've been working, for as long as we've been working on the eVTOL, on new approaches to air traffic management in the urban environment to allow their safe integration and then scaling into the future. And we're really pleased to collaborate with NATS on these kind of topics.
And how does your close relationship with the Brazilian aircraft manufacturer Embraer help Eve in achieving that ambition?
So Eve is supported both by ATEC and Embraer in really delivering on that vision. Eve is just one company working in a full ecosystem of organisations trying to deliver this really exciting future of electric air taxis, the ability to fly around a city and save time. And so we have strong partnerships with Embraer, we have a strong partnership with ATEC, and through that we're able to deliver world-class technology in terms of airframes and air traffic management, and really be ready for the launch of this industry, which will come in maybe just a couple of years now.
What does the partnership that Richard talked about mean for Altitude Angel?
Well, I think for Altitude Angel, it's a really exciting partnership. It's something we've been working with NATS and behind the scenes for a very, very long time on. Certainly the initial work streams are focusing on enabling NATS airports to begin that entrance into the UTM world, so we can start serving UTM customers and workloads. But I will let NATS lead on the communications for what's next. But there's a bright future there, I'm sure.
Thanks, Richard. Rob, what are you looking forward to about the show?
So I'm really interested to see what people think about this amazing integrated demo we've got here. I mean, you have never seen an integration of a digital tower, a UTM and a UATM, an urban air mobility traffic management solution, all together on one platform. And I'm really excited to see what people think about that. Come and see the future innovation really before your eyes. It's a fantastic place to be.
Thank you, Rob. You paint a very exciting picture. And Richard, what are you looking forward to about the show?
Well, building on what both Richard and Rob have just said, I think we're bringing some world-leading capabilities here. We've been running some world-leading projects to show how this will actually operate in the future from a practical perspective, not just a theoretical one. And to be able to show that to the world and to start to get their feedback so that we can focus on speed of implementation now. So I expect to have first services up and running in this year.
Richard, Rob, thank you very much for your time.